Today, we are recapping the entire Shrek saga back to back, from the absolute masterpiece that started it all to the total midlife crisis madness of the finale. 4 movies, 1 massive breakdown. Let's get it! The movie opens with a fairy tale book talking about true love, princesses, and destiny. Shrek immediately uses the book as toilet paper. Absolute cinema. We open on Shrek living his swamp life like it's peak introvert heaven. Mud baths, onion dinners, no neighbors. He is thriving in isolation. The villagers, however, think, green? Big! He lives alone? Yeah! Badass! So they show up with pitchforks like it's a medieval Facebook comment section. Shrek steps outside and scares them off in 10 seconds because he is loud, confident, and they are not built for confrontation. Shrek's entire personality is "Leave me alone and we're good." Unfortunately, the universe said, nah. Lord Farquaad, tiny ruler, giant ego, runs his kingdom like an Instagram brand. If you don't fit the aesthetic, you're out. So he rounds up every fairy tale creature and dumps them all in one place. They are dumped in Shrek's swamp, turning his quiet home into a refugee camp. Basically, Farquaad said, "This kingdom is meat, clean it up." Overnight, Shrek wakes up too. People squatting in his mud, singing, breaking his fences, violating every boundary known to man. Shrek is furious, and honestly, valid. Meanwhile, Donkey is being sold by a witch. He escapes, and immediately starts talking non-stop. He runs straight into Shrek, sees a giant ogre, and instead of fear, he says, "You're green, I'm loud, we're basically soulmates. Leave me alone." That's cool, I live here now. This is the beginning of the most unbalanced friendship in cinema history. Donkey is loud, emotional, trauma dumping constantly. Shrek is closed off, quiet, emotionally barricaded. Together they are the perfect duo. Lord Farquaad wants to be king, but he can't claim the title unless he marries a princess. Then enters the magic mirror, an enchanted mirror that answers every question you ask. Think ChatGPT, but sassier. Here are your eligible princesses: Cinderella, Snow White, or Princess Fiona. Which one boosts my brand? None of them fix your height. Fiona, locked in a tower guarded by a dragon. Perfect. Shrek storms into Farquaad's castle to get his swamp back. You're ugly but useful. He makes Shrek a deal. Rescue Princess Fiona from a dragon-guarded castle, so I can marry her and become king. Shrek doesn't really care about love or royalty. He just wants his swamp back. So he agrees. Capitalism wins again. Shrek and Donkey travel to the dragon's castle. Inside, there is lava, spikes, and screaming.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
But Shrek, being a good friend, bullies him into the castle. That's how friends are. Donkey accidentally charms the dragon, turning a near-death moment into a bizarre romance. Shrek fights through the chaos and rescues Fiona. You're not supposed to be an ogre. Well, surprise! Hey, dragon, call me sometime, baby. She beats the hell out of Robin Hood and his crew, and instantly you realize, oh, she's not your usual Disney princess. Oh! Fiona cracks jokes and even burps louder than Shrek. Slowly, she and Shrek start to bond. They share laughs, awkward silences, and even a romantic moment under the stars. Aww. You're not what I expected. Yeah, I get that a lot. At night, Fiona disappears. Shrek finds her in the morning, acting weird. Eventually, we learn the twist. I was cursed as a child to turn into an ogre at night. My parents locked me away to keep me safe. Only true love's kiss can have the power to break the spell. Girls got more secrets than my search history. One night, Shrek overhears Fiona talking about being ugly. He misunderstands and thinks she's talking about him. Who could ever love an ugly beast? Yes, that's me. Cool. Bye. So instead of talking like adults, they get awkward, defensive, and they get sad quietly. Classic. Shrek explains why he's alone. People judge me before they know me, so I push them away first. This movie about a green ogre just casually drops one of the best metaphors for emotional isolation ever. Donkey tries to help, Shrek self-sabotages. Again? Classic. They reach Farquaad's kingdom. Fiona is handed over. Shrek walks away because he thinks she deserves better. But Donkey finally connects the dots. Bro, she is literally you! Shrek realizes he fumbled. Hard. So he rides on a dragon to stop the wedding. Yes, the dragon from earlier. Yes, Donkey pulled her. Legend. At the wedding, Fiona is moments away from kissing Farquaad and breaking the spell, when Shrek bursts into the scene like Micah Richard. I object! You don't belong here, ogre! The sun sets. Fiona turns into an ogre as well. Everyone gasps. Farquaad loses his mind because he only wanted her while she was hot. I said you don't belong here, you monster. Neither do you. Short King swallowed like a snack pack. Shrek kisses Fiona. She stays an ogre because true love didn't make her normal, it made her herself. I'm an ogre too. Perfect, let's be ugly together. Cue the music! Movie opens like a Disney intro, but immediately you know something's wrong. Princess Fiona is locked in a tower. Her parents are crying. The kingdom is depressed. They're all waiting for Prince Charming, a man who looks like he was factory made to sell shampoo. He rides in late, misses everything, and instead of a hot princess, he finds a wolf. What? Charming just stares like, I drove all this way for this? So Shrek and Fiona are living their best swamp life. Mud baths, romance, zero taxes. Then, a royal letter arrives from far, far away, basically saying, congrats on the marriage. Please pull up immediately so we can judge you. Shrek already knows this is a setup, because Fiona never mentioned one small detail. Her parents don't know she is an ogre. They think she married Prince Charming, not a green man built like a refrigerator. But Fiona's like, they love you, which is the biggest lie ever told in cinema history. Donkey third-wheeling like always, because Donkey is having some troubles with his wife, the dragon. They travel for days. Donkey won't shut up. Are we there yet? 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 Shrek is insecure. Fiona is trying to reassure him. Shrek hits us with the most relatable line in cinema. They'll take one look at me and say, ah, help, run! Which is fair. That's been his entire life. But Fiona believes in him. They arrive, and far, far away is basically Hollywood mixed with Beverly Hills. They roll up to the castle. Trumpets blast. Crowds cheer. The gates open, and then out steps the mighty Shrek. Absolute silence. You can feel the racism. The king's smile evaporates. The queen is holding it together emotionally. The crowd looks like they just saw a cockroach order wine. King Harold looks like his soul left his body. Queen Lillian is trying to be polite, but clearly she is losing her mind. Fiona jumps out and yells, Mom! Dad! This is my husband! Shrek says, hello. Harold says nothing. It's already cooked, bro. Dinner scene. The most uncomfortable table in animated history. The king is sweating. Shrek is sweating. Fiona is smiling through trauma. The king asks how they met. Shrek tells the dragon story. Everyone is horrified. Then Fiona drops the bomb.
I'm an ogre now.
Harold finally snaps and basically says, "Why didn't you stay human?" And Fiona claps back with,
Because I love him.
mic drop. Dinner ends with emotional damage on all sides. Outside, Shrek spirals. He says, "I'm not good enough for you," which hurts because Fiona literally chose him over a perfect man, a crown, and generational wealth. Shrek doesn't see that because society told him ugly equals unlovable. And that message stuck. The king meets the fairy godmother. She is not a sweet old lady. She is a corporate villain. She runs magic like a business. She has contracts, she has branding. She's mad because Fiona was supposed to marry her son, Prince Charming. Now she wants Shrek gone. Her plan? Make Shrek give up Fiona willingly. Evil, efficient, very HR coded.
My son, Prince Charming, was supposed to marry Fiona. Shrek ruined the pipeline. This will not stand.
So Harold makes a deal. We will get rid of Shrek. Not kill him, just remove him. Which somehow actually makes it worse. He visits the greatest warrior in all of far, far away. A cat. Puss in Boots. That little cute thing. The cat tries to attack Shrek and fails. He chokes on his own food. Then Shrek helps him and the cat decides, yeah, why not? Let me join you in this journey. Shrek realizes something brutal. Everyone hates me. Fiona gave up being human for me. Fiona's father tried to get rid of me. I feel like I should get subbed off. Shrek wants to find a way to make his marriage work again. Even though it still is working, it's just he lost his confidence. So he, Donkey, and Puss in Boots break into the fairy godmother's factory. Yeah, it's a full Mission Impossible parody. They steal a potion called Happily Ever After. The instructions say, drink it and your true love's form will be reflected in you. Shrek thinks, if I become what Fiona deserves, she'll be happy. This hurts. Shrek and Donkey drink the potion, and then they pass out. Then, Shrek wakes up. Human. Handsome. Jawline. Insane, like he's been mewing God knows how many years. Fiona wakes up. Human again. Donkey wakes up. A horse. No explanation. We move on. Shrek thinks, now her parents will accept me. Which is sad, actually. Fairy godmother sends Prince Charming to pretend to be Shrek and steal Fiona. But Charming has the personality of wet bread. Fiona immediately clocks something's off. Meanwhile, Shrek overhears Fiona saying,
I want what every princess wants.
And Shrek assumes she means not him. He doesn't hear the rest of the sentence.
To live happily ever after with the man I married.
Classic misunderstanding. So Shrek decides, I'll fix this by leaving. Men will do anything except communicate. Fairy godmother meets King Harold and gives him a potion to give to Fiona on her drink so that she may fall in love with Prince Charming. Shrek overhears this and tries to warn Fiona, but he gets arrested along with Puss and Donkey. They get rescued by their other friends and they make a plan to save the marriage of Shrek and Fiona. King Harold is about to give Fiona the potion, but at the last second, he realizes that Fiona would never be happy with anyone other than Shrek. So, he doesn't give it to her. Fairy godmother hosts a royal ball because evil people love parties. Prince Charming is supposed to kiss Fiona before midnight. Mungo, the giant gingerbread man, is deployed. He dies immediately. Rip King. Everyone riots. Shrek, Donkey, and Puss break into the castle. Fairy godmother sings,
I need a hero. I'm praying for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be fresh from the fight. I need a hero.
which still goes insanely hard. Charming goes in for the kiss. Fiona punches the living poop out of him. Respect. Shrek shows up and yells, "I love you!"
I didn't fall in love with your looks. I fell in love with you.
Fairy Godmother loses it, fires a spell attack at Shrek, and King Harold jumps in the way. Spell hits him. He turns into a frog, because plot twist, he was cursed the whole time. Harold looks at Shrek and says, "You make my daughter happy." Then dies? No. Potion timer runs out. Shrek turns back into an ogre. Fiona turns back into an ogre. Everyone gasps. But Fiona smiles and says,
I chose this.
We start with King Harold. He's a frog now, and he's currently disconnecting from the server. Shrek, the kingdom needs a king. Don't let the guy with the ponytail take my throne. Harold explains that Shrek is next in line. He tries to do king-related things, like honoring knights, throwing bottles at ships for good luck, and dressing like royalty. But he fails miserably. King, I'm an ogre. I eat onions like apples. I don't know how to do taxes, let alone run a country. Then, the king dies. At the funeral, oh my god. They've got a frog choir singing. It's a 5-minute scene of just frogs singing songs. This feels like a fever dream I had when I was 5. Turns out, there's another here. Arthur Pendragon. Some teenager. Living somewhere else. Someone else's problem. Shrek immediately says, "Perfect, he can do it." So Shrek, Donkey and Puss set off on a quest to find a random kid and give him a kingdom. Absolutely no background check. They get on a boat and Fiona drops the news.
Bye, Shrek. Have fun on your boat trip. By the way, I'm pregnant. See ya.
Shrek doesn't even have time to process it. He's on the boat and has a literal horror movie nightmare. There are hundreds of ogre babies with Shrek's face. They're coming out of the walls. They are breathing on him. The animators were definitely going through something when they made this. They arrive at Worcestershire Academy.
It's Worcestershire.
It's a medieval high school, which is just an excuse to make cool kid jokes from 2007. They find Arthur, and Arthur is awkward, insecure, and apologizes for existing. Sorry. Shrek looks at him like, "Yo Artie, my main man, wanna be king man? It's better than getting stuffed in a locker, right? Is this a prank? Is there a camera? I don't wanna be king, I just wanna survive gym class." Shrek tries to use Gen Z slang to fit in. It's painful. They finally drag Arthur onto the boat, but he realizes being king means work. So he tries to hijack the ship like he's in Pirates of the Caribbean. He crashes it immediately. Professional idiot move. Respect. They crash land and meet Merlin. He's a wizard who clearly had one too many magic potions. He's retired and wearing a bathrobe. He offers to teleport them home. Arthur explains that no one believes in him. Shrek, emotionally allergic to feelings, says, "You don't need them to believe in you. Prove them wrong." This hits Arthur hard, because no one has ever said that to him. This is the movie quietly saying, if no one actually believes in you, fuck them. Shrek is accidentally becoming a dad before the kids even show up. Meanwhile, in Far Far Away, Prince Charming is back. He is now working as an actor after his mother's death, and he is thinking about his revenge towards Shrek every single minute of his life. He gathers every villain who got rejected by a fairy tale. This is literally the Evil Avengers. Listen up, you ugly background evil characters. We are taking Far Far Away back. Who's with me? Their motivation? We were promised happy endings. Which is honestly the most relatable villain motivation in the franchise. We have Cinderella's stepsister, we have Captain Hook, we have this Cyclops with one eye, we have a short guy, and we have talking trees. We also have the witch from Snow White. That is a tough squad. So they head towards the castle and they do not find Shrek there. Prince Charming tries to find out where Shrek is, so he interrogates Pinocchio. Tell me where he is, wooden boy.
I'm not saying that he isn't, not in a place that isn't the place I'm not mentioning.
Honestly, Pinocchio is a mood.
Enough! Shrek went off to bring back the next heir!
Charming finds out where Shrek is, so he sends some of his goons to attack him, but they get clapped by Shrek. The princesses get betrayed by Rapunzel. She turns out to be Charming's girlfriend, so they get put in jail. The boys start begging Merlin to cast them a spell to teleport them immediately to far, far away. I shall cast the spell. A warning may cause nausea, hair loss, or accidental swole swapping. Ho ho!
Good, 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 good.
Puss? Why do I feel like I want to lick my own paws? Donkey and Puss swap their bodies because of the spell. This is the best part of the movie because for the next 20 minutes, Puss in Boots has to deal with having hooves and Donkey is trying to be a suave cat. So Shrek, Arthur, Puss and Donkey show up in Far, Far Away. They see that something is wrong with the kingdom. They get captured by Prince Charming and his goons. To save Arthur, Shrek takes the blame on himself, and that way, Arthur is released. Puss and Donkey get sent to jail with the princesses, where they tell them that Prince Charming is planning to kill Shrek at a live show. The princesses are locked up. Usually, they just sit there, but Fiona's mom, the queen, decides she's not done with the script.
I've got a forehead made of vibranium. Watch this.
She literally headbutts through 2 stone walls. She's the strongest character in the Shrek cinematic universe. The princesses start training like they've gone 3 years in Dagestan. Snow White sings, and woodland creatures attack people. Sleeping Beauty sleeps down and chooses violence. This is the stop waiting to be saved arc, and it goes kinda hard. Puss and Donkey see Arthur and they tell him that Shrek did that only to save his life from Charming. Charming catches Shrek and puts on a plate to kill him in front of everyone. It's a musical, again, because this movie loves musicals. Shrek is chained up, and Arthur shows up to save the day by giving a speech. We all have choices speech. You don't have to be bad, Captain Hook. You could be a florist. Cyclops, you could be a librarian. Just don't be mean.
Yeah, you know what? He's right. My dad never hugged me. I'm gonna go open a vegan bakery.
All the evil boys put their weapons down. The stakes vanished faster than my motivation to go to the gym. But Charming is not about to give up. He tries to attack and kill Arthur, but Shrek saves him. Then Charming switches targets to Shrek and puts the sword through him. But, as our dear friend Thanos said,
You should have gone for the head.
Because Charming missed. He didn't hit Shrek. Charming gets crushed by a fake castle tower. It's a very L death for a guy who spent the whole movie yapping. Arthur becomes king, and suddenly his DMs are filled with women from his university saying,
I loved you always. I was just too shy to tell you.
Shrek goes back to the swamp. He has 3 babies, and they're actually kind of cute. It's the birthday of Shrek's children, and they are having a party. Everyone is there, including the true villain of the movie, the Do the Roar kid.
Do the roar.
If a small child pokes me with a lollipop, I'm not roaring, I'm calling the authorities. Shrek snaps, roars at the party, destroys the kid's birthday cake, and storms out.
Shrek, what are you doing? It's our kid's birthday.
This is just too much for me. Why can't we go back to just being ogres? That's when he finds Rumpelstiltskin on the side of the road with a broken carriage. Now Rumpel is a professional hater. He's been waiting in the shadows since movie 1 to take over the kingdom, and he sees Shrek's anger as the perfect opportunity. Oh, poor misunderstood ogre. People just don't appreciate the real you. I just need one little signature, Shrek. One tiny teeny day to make everything right. Rule number 1 of the jungle. Never trust a man with a business wig. Shrek, now you know you have to read the terms and conditions, man. He signs it. and Rumpel takes the day Shrek was born. If Shrek was never born, he never saved the princess, the whole timeline is deleted. Suddenly, Shrek is back in the real ogre days, scaring villagers and feeling great until he sees wanted posters for Fiona and realizes his house is gone. In this world, Rumpel is the king, and witches hunt ogres for sport. Shrek realizes the world is a mess, and he is basically an illegal immigrant in his own kingdom now. He gets jumped by a squad of witches who are basically Rumpel's secret police, and they throw him in a cage. And who's pulling the cage? Donkey. But Donkey is a terrified slave in this timeline that doesn't remember Shrek. Wait, so they are actually taking him straight to the villain? Yeah, they take him right into Rumpel's golden palace. Rumpel is living it up while ogres are being hunted. Shrek is brought as a gift. Rumpel is gloating, mocking Shrek because he knows Shrek is the only one who remembers the old world. But he makes the classic villain mistake. He underestimates the protagonist. Never underestimate a man who has nothing to lose. You have only one day before you stop existing, since you were never born. Shrek gets pissed and starts a literal riot in the middle of the palace. It's one of the witches' brooms and starts fighting him.
He's escaping! Do something, you witchy idiots!
Like a pro player, Shrek grabs Donkey and escapes from Rumpelstiltskin's claws. My friend, is Shrek an ogre or is he Vin Diesel? They barely make it out of the city gates, crashing into the woods. That's where the real mission begins, because now Shrek has the contract, he has a very confused Donkey, and he has less than 24 hours to find Fiona before he turns into digital dust. The Donkey, even in this timeline, is a secret genius, because he is a pro at dealing with witches now, and realizes the contract isn't just a piece of paper, it is magical. He starts folding it like an origami, showing Shrek that Rumpelstiltskin hit a release clause. Look here, Mr. Scary Green Man. You just gotta find your girl and get a smooch. Shrek thinks it's easy. He thinks he can just go back to the dragon's castle, rescue Fiona like he did in the first movie, and everything will be fine. He climbs the tower and finds nothing. Fiona! Fiona, I'm here. Fiona, where is she? She's not here, donkey. She's gone. My friend, let me explain something to Shrek. If you were never born, nobody was there to save her for 20 years. Did he think she was just going to sit there and wait forever? Exactly. Fiona got tired of waiting. She realized no night was coming and rescued herself. Donkey catches a scent. They follow it and stumble upon something incredible. Warm waffles! No, I'm kidding. A massive underground ogre resistance. And who is leading the army? Warrior Fiona. In this world, she united all the ogres to fight Rumpelstiltskin, and she doesn't believe in fairy tales anymore.
I don't know who you are, Shrek, but if you touch me again, you won't need to worry about the witches. We're fighting a war, not playing a fairy tale.
Okay, baby, just let me give you a little kiss. Turns out, Puss in Boots spent a lot of time with Queso and ended up as Fiona's pet cat. Look at this cat. He's not Puss in Boots, he's Puss in Biscuits. I want to use him as a pillow.
Feed me, if you dare.
He has a little pink bow on his neck. The Grey Warrior is now just a fluffy pillow that wants milk. This is the moment Shrek realizes that by wanting his boring life gone, he actually killed the legends. Rumpelstiltskin is trying to figure out a way to defeat the ogres, and the only witch that gives him a decent idea gets clapped. What the f***? His secret weapon is the bounty hunter, who drops some heat with the flute. Fiona tries to prepare Shrek for war, and they share some cutie patootie moments together. So the ogre resistance is ready for war. Fiona has the plan, weapons, and the soldiers. Rumpelstiltskin doesn't send an army. He sends one guy with a flute, the Pied Piper. What is he gonna do? Sing them a lullaby and put them to sleep? Yeah, something like that. This guy has a digital dial on his flute. Now they are ready for war, and the plan is to wait for Fiona's sign so they can ambush Rumpelstiltskin. But that sign never comes, because Shrek makes her lose focus with the multiverse problems. So the ogres decide to ambush Rumpel, but they find out they got tricked, because the only guy that was present there was the greatest artist on Spotify, the Pied Piper. He drops some tunes with a flute and turns the whole battlefield into a party. Every single ogre in the camp starts dancing against their will. Shrek and Fiona are just about to kiss, but the vibes coming from the Piper's flute are just too much to handle. It's a total mess. Fiona is doing the tango, the soldiers are breakdancing, and they're all dancing their way straight into Rumpel's cages. My friend, I cannot lie, the beat is catchy, but this is a nightmare. I sure would hope this is how wars actually went in real life. Puss and Donkey take Shrek and Fiona out of the group and take them away from the Piper's heat. Shrek convinces Fiona to end this all with a kiss. So she actually kisses him? If it only was this easy in real life, man. But the kiss doesn't work. What? Rumpel puts out a law that whoever brings in Shrek gets any wish they want. So Shrek turns himself in. He makes Rumpel sign a new contract. Shrek stays, but all the other ogres go free. He gave himself up for the people who don't even know him? That's growth, man.
You really are a fool, Shrek. You saved them, but you're still mine. Look at the sun. It's almost gone. When it disappears, so do you.
Turns out, Fiona got captured by Rumpelstiltskin as well. But she wasn't released because she isn't fully ogre. Rumpel celebrates this victory with a new disco ball in his palace. He also had caught the dragon from Fiona's castle and releases her to burn Shrek and Fiona, who are in cuffs. Turns out, inside the disco ball there were the other ogres, along with Puss and Donkey, coming to save Shrek and Fiona. People never really learn from the story of the Trojan horse, do they? The dragon gets stopped by some Jackie Chan type of moves from the couple, and they also stop Rumpelstiltskin from escaping. When everything started to look good, the sun decided to say, hell nah, and since the 24 hours were over, Shrek started to disappear. I win! No, not the green man, no! But here's the twist. Fiona finally realizes that he's the one. She kisses him, just as his last golden spark vanishes. We go back in time right before Shrek messed up the kid's birthday party. He understands that he was a rich man, ogre, because he had a great family and was surrounded by people that love him for who he is. I always thought I saved you, Fiona, but you are the one that actually saved me.